this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today we are actually doing a vlog and I'm just going to sit down and do the intro and the outro just because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this video. And also I don't want to make this video sound like I'm bragging. I am very thankful for every opportunity I've ever gotten in my life, and I feel like most of them are because of my husband. And then of course, originally, if it wasn't for my husband, no matter what, it is always because of God, and I am so thankful. I just want to share my whole experience this weekend because basically it's been like a 3-day weekend. Friday through Sunday, every day has just been a blessing, of course, and the things that we got to do, or at least I got to do, has been so amazing. And I just basically want to share that in today's little vlog video, weekend in my life, I guess you could call it. Just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to brag about anything. I just honestly just want to share my experience, and I just filmed everything. I filmed a lot of stuff this weekend and I don't know what to do with it. So I feel like if I make it in one big giant video, it would be so great. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm not sure how all this is going to go. I've never been on a plane before, and also this isn't your typical plane, so I am getting ready to get like a little spouse flight that they're doing for the Thunderbird spouses, and I get to get my first time ever flying, and it's actually on an air refueler, or just like a tanker. So if I can record, I'm going to, and then I'll just put this in a video. If I can't, I'm sorry. So excited, so nervous, because I always thought my first time flying would be when I enlisted and going to VMT. So I am not necessarily ready to fly, but I'm also not ready, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm so thankful for it.
Here you can see the KC-135 that we ended up flying on. While actually on the tanker, I was obsessing with how showroom quality the floor was compared to what cargo planes I worked on. The anchor spots were so clean and new looking. Honestly, this was just such a cool experience and also an amazing experience, and I will forever be so thankful for the opportunity. It was so cool to see how God's Earth looks from up above, and it really is so similar to Google Earth terrain. That was so surprising to me for some reason. When the 16 showed up to refuel and say hi to us, it was another cool experience we all got to see. I love how some of the pilots reacted to us filming and watching out the only couple of windows that we had. And also the views of God's desert with the ever beautiful F-16s made me so happy. Group J was the final group to go see the jets refuel, and me and this other guy, of course, were last. Of course, we're saving the best group for last. JK. This right here was such a cool experience to see and also to hear through the headset. I wish I could have recorded through the headset, but it only took a minute or two, and nonetheless, this was so fun. And here we have one of my favorite clips I took from this day. Everyone was pretty much ready to get back on the ground and was done recording out the windows. I was still so amazed with the landscape that I was trying to record more. When one of the D models showed up and threw on the smoke just because I was recording after this clip, I waved and got to show my husband when we landed, and he said it was so cool and he was so jealous after he spent time trying to tell me who was actually in the plane. Seeing the clouds up here was such a peaceful and beautiful experience. I honestly felt like I was all by myself up here instead of with a plane full of other spouses. And then we were coming into land. We had to circle 3 or so times before we could actually land. Overall, my flight went very well. I honestly only had trouble with the pressure in my head when we were having to circle. My thoughts on flying before we actually took off, and then again before we landed, was if I could race cars and do stupid things when I'm in control of a vehicle, I feel like flying could not kill me. And if for some reason anything did go wrong, then my famous "I'm here for a good time and not a long time" kept replaying in my head. Also, since I kept saying that at least Josh has good insurance on me, but in all seriousness, I had an amazing time and felt so good to be back on the ground. I definitely will still probably drive everywhere so I can rack miles on my truck, and also so I'm in control. Then Saturday night rolled around, and I just had to show off my dress because it had pockets big enough to hold my wallet and also my phone all night long, which I was so happy about, so pleased. And I also just wanted to show off my pearl necklace and earrings that were silver to match my wedding band and engagement ring. And then of course, my DIY hair. I wanted majority of my hair up because I knew I would be too hot and it would also tangle so easily. So I had to get a few clips of those while Josh was getting ready. And also, can we just talk about how handsome my husband is with that fresh haircut? I mean, just look at him. Of course, we had to get a few photos before we left. It was so dark, so indoor lighting was all there was. And then here was the venue, or the Fabricio banquet hall, and how it was set up for us. It was so fancy, and I'm not sure at that moment that I was never in any place as fancy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's evening. I am Technical Sergeant Brian Cobb, Maintenance Program Manager at NCOIC of BCS. I'd like to welcome all to my co-host, Staff Sergeant Joshua McClure, avionics technician, and a shining beacon of excellence. Get him up, everybody.
How about a big round of applause for Brian and Josh, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
We would like to welcome all the team members, family, friends, distinguished guests to the 2023 Annual Awards Banquet, known to the world as the Fitz. We'd like to take some time to recognize the following distinguished guests and members of the team. Commander of the 57th Wing, Brigadier General Richard Goodman. United States Air Force Air Demonstration Squadron leadership as follows. Lieutenant Colonel Justin Elliott and his wife Victoria. Lieutenant Colonel Nathan Malafa and his wife Samantha. Chief Enlisted Manager, Chief Master Sergeant Harvey McReynolds and his wife Christine.
Fitzgerald Banquet, affectionately known as the Fitz, serves as one of the end-of-the-year combination party. Not only have we succeeded in completing another successful air show season, but collectively, we have faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and a shining beacon of excellence. The Thunderbirds can etch that into our 70th year of history. Inevitably, this year could not have been succeeded without the hard work and dedication of everyone on the America's team. Your amazing families, please give yourselves a round of applause.
Prestige worldwide. The first word in entertainment. First word. Management. Financial portfolio. Insurance. Security. Research and development. Putting man hours studying science and what you need. Investors? Possibly you. Classic. Roll it.
Thunderbirds, start one, ready now.
and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to start the amazing food that Fabrizio have prepared for us. We're going to start out with, as everybody knows, our distinguished visitors. Boss table. And let's have our youngest member in the room and our oldest member in the room come up front. We're going to do a little coin toss. We're going to call it in the air, NFL style. See which side of the room is going to start after our DV table. Chief? Mesner. Chief? Yeah, hold on, Chief.
Mesner, are you the youngest? Mesner, get out of here. You're old.
Heads.
Tails?
All right, call it in the air. Let's call it.
Oh no. Call it, man. Ready?
And we have tails.
Back to you, Josh.
All right, Miss Morale, the gal that's got half the full mentality and admits positivity. The award goes to Tiffany Moser.
All right, back on the mic, we got Josh.
Here they come. Glenn's making his way downtown, walking fast. Pace fast. All right, here we go. Here we go. Turn it over to our patch council. Who's ready to win some prizes?
After technically Josh and a good friend narrated for the Fitz, we were able to get some photos at the photo booth. Josh got some with the 4-load, the jet number that technically he was with while on show line for 2023. And then we got a photo booth photos together as a couple for the first time in the 5+ years that we've been together. And I will forever cherish these. Definitely forever love these. Josh and I also got to ride in our first limo ever. It was to a party or an after party at Circa on or at least close to the strip, so of course we had to get a lot more photos. This was a skywalk or the bridge over top the roads to get to or actually into Circa from the parking garage. It was such a cool view and I definitely wanted more photos, of course. Also, look at this nice photo of Josh on the escalator. I had it on wide angle and he didn't even know I was taking it, but oh my goodness, he looks so fancy and I'm in love with it. We actually went up to the lounge on the 60th floor. Up until this night, I had never been higher than 2 or 3 stories, and this place was also very, very fancy and very, very crowded. The views of Vegas up here was so good, and in the next clip, you can actually see my favorite view anywhere I go, everywhere I go. It's my husband, if you did not know. We spent majority of the rest of the night out here because it was like 40 degrees or so, and it felt so amazing with the slight wind blowing. I was loving it without having a jacket on, just my dress. Besides getting a few photos and videos up here, one photo now being my profile photo all over social media. We mainly only talked and spent time with our friends before Josh and I headed downstairs to the street to get picked up. We had his mom Uber us to the banquet hall, and also she was kind enough to come pick us up from Circa, and the photo I got when Josh was trying to tell her what street we were on is honestly one of my favorites from the night. Then the day of rest hit us, and we decided after we finally got up to take Josh's family out to the Hoover Dam and to see the Valley of Fire. I honestly didn't take too many photos or videos because it was getting so dark when we finally got out, but we had a good time and also made sure to stop for some McDonald's before we went out. If you know, you know. Josh and I had never seen the dam before, and it was a little crowded, especially since we were driving the dually, so we didn't pay for a tour or even park in the parking lots to walk across the dam. We mainly just drove through. Same with the Valley of Fire because it was only 11 minutes till sundown, or technically closing when we got there. I have a travel vlog on the Valley of Fire I did back in 2021. It is older and awkward, but I had a lot more time to photograph and record everything, so if you are curious, then you already know what to do. Overall though, this past weekend was just such a weekend full of firsts and full of precious memories. I am so thankful. I loved every moment of it, and I honestly just can't thank God and my husband enough for every bit of it. I wish I could honestly give this experience to every single person, especially the KC-135. I wish everybody could get that chance. Enough of me rambling though. Enjoy the few, and I mean a few, photos I took before I end out this video.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. As always, be sure to subscribe. I hope to see y'all next week, and God bless.